couple weeks into April. The roses have definitely woken up and leafed out and starting to grow. Some roses have flower buds. This rose happens to be Duchessa de Brabant, the 1857 tea rose. Looks like there's a tiny rosebud right in there. But there's still some winter damage to the canes. I'm assuming that I probably will need to prune some of that out. But as long as the plant's healthy and stuff, I'm going to leave it like that. We'll see. This rose that starts here and goes all the way back to there and spreads back out is not the Paul Barden Mel's Heritage Rose. It's a once blooming, probably Witteriana rose. This rose here is Bliss Parfuma. And yeah, there's still dead canes on roses. I haven't gotten around to pruning everything off. That's on my to-do list. This rose here with the nice green growth with the red new growth that turns green is Abraham Darby. There's a rosebud right there. This rose here goes all the way up there. That's not touching the roof. It looks from it, I like it from this angle, but it's not. This rose here is Marianne, a Paul Barden rose. Crossed with it's a cross with Duchessa de Monticello and Abraham Darby. I'm probably mispronouncing the seed parent's name. It's a Olgarn rose. I think he classified it as a Gallica rose, knowing that Duchessa de Montebello is classified as either hybrid Gallica or possibly hybrid China. So it's got some Gallica in it, but not full Gallica. This rose here with a different foliage is David Austin rose. It's Sister Elizabeth. I don't see any rosebuds on it. I haven't seen any rosebuds on Marianne, but it will get there. When it does bloom, all these tall canes on Marianne will start to bend over, which is actually a pretty awesome sight to see. The rose with all the green leaves is Monsieur Tillier. Oh, look at that. It's got a bird's nest in the back of it. Let's see, is there any eggs? Nope. But it's also had some winter kill, which I do need to prune out as well. Safrano is alive. I think I've said that in the other one that I wasn't sure. But there's some Safrano leaf. It apparently got hit a lot harder. Most of it's dead. I'll probably prune that first before I prune Monsieur Tillier. So Safrano is 1839-ish. Monsieur Tillier is 1891. In the U.S., it could be sold as, or there's question on whether it's actually Monsieur Tillier or Archduke Joseph. But it was sold to me as Monsieur Tillier, so that is what I will call it. So here we have another Abraham Darby, but it's being quickly swallowed up by Tuscany Superb. Abraham Darby being the 1985 David Austin rose, Tuscany Superb being the circa 1837 once blooming Gallica rose. Behind that we've got Paul Barden's Marianne again. This is a different permagarden. I have two Marianne's. I've got multiple Abraham Darby's. This rose here is Golden Buddha by Paul Barden, or what's left of it from the winter and the rabbits. This rose here that you can see is starting to green out is And Paul Byron Rose, Alan Toffelmeyer. This summer it didn't like. So if you're in a hot, humid climate, or hot summer and a humid climate, Alan Toffelmeyer doesn't really like that. He handles winter fine. I'm a Sun Vibe B6A. This rose here is it's a Gallica rose. Possibly you could find it listed as a Cinefola. Duchessa. Oh, not Duchessa. I'm sorry. It is Desiree Permutier. It's gonna get. It looks like that's a rosebud tucked down in there, right there. I'm just gonna scoot back so you can see the whole side of the Desiree Permutier. So it starts over there and it goes upward to right about there, like if you follow my hand. So it's pretty wide. I'd say it's probably 6 feet wide. It's taller than I am, and I'm 6'1" ish. So yeah, it's a little over 6 foot. There is a Duchessa, or I don't know why I keep saying Duchessa. There is a Bliss Parfuma right there, the stuff that's red and green, and that's the healthy red. This is another Sister Elizabeth. This is William Morris. Ow. A David Austin Rose. Tuscany Superb. Looks like I need to go in there and prune some of that stuff out. Again, Marianne. So just a heads up on if you're looking at doing en route Gallica roses, the Tuscany Superb is about 6 to 8 feet away from me. Here's a sucker there. There's a sucker right there. And I only moved a foot sideways on those two pictures. So keep in mind, if after 3-4 years in the ground, it can sucker wide and far. So just a heads up on that. Not all suckering roses are created equal. Not all Gallicas are created equal. Marianne, which is a new Gallica bred by Paul Byron circa 2000-ish, does not sucker. Here you can see the base of it. It's been in the ground for going on, well, I planted it 2020. So this is gonna be the 5th summer. This rose is, and I planted the Tuscany Superb same year, 2020. This rose here is Screaming Neon Red. It's a repeat blooming red single. It's mine, which I don't prune back and keep in sizes and stuff, is about 6.5 feet tall. Probably overall, probably 4 feet wide, 5 feet wide. This here rose is Father Hugo's. You can see all the rosebuds right here. Here's one. This is probably gonna be the first one that opens. So I'm pretty excited about that, unless there's some more on the downhill side, which I can't get to because of Marianne. That's okay. Father Hugo in my yard gets to about 7.5 feet, 8 feet tall, by definitely a lot bigger than that. So Father Hugo, if you follow the outline, goes up and around. That's probably 8 feet from the fence to there. Oh, my unknown white still hasn't shown any growth, which is fine. It will, I think. It's usually slow. This is my unknown pink number 1. It's about 6.5 feet tall. It's kind of archy floppy-ish, but it's flopping downhill. If I were to stand everything up, it would only be 1.5 feet tall, or wide, not tall. This is one of the Charles DeMille's Abraham Darby crosses that I made in 2023. It doesn't have a name. Rabbits and dogs have gone to it, so I don't expect to see any flowers on this bush. It's just gonna keep on growing until, or as long as it doesn't get chomped back or trampled by rabbits and dogs. It will flower in the next couple of years. This here is Bathsheba, a David Austin rose. Nice healthy red growth as it comes out. Now this was one of my seedlings, but it looks like the dogs have gotten to that. This is the Squire, David Austin rose. Doing nicely. I had Lady Emma Hamilton down in there, but it looks like it may have succumbed. Yeah, I think it's gone because it was right here. This is Rosa centifolia variegata. Growing nicely, got this nice new growth going. I don't see any flower buds on it, but it will. Oh, no, that's a leaf. Yeah, it will get some nice flower buds here in the near future. It's a once blooming rose. This is a sad David Austin rose, Abraham Darby. The dogs keep trampling on it. I need to move that. They actually broke that one off. But it's alive. It's doing decent for being ran over by dogs. This here is another seedling from the 2023 cross of Charles DeMille's with Abraham Darby. It's about 1 foot tall. You can see some a cut there. I think that's a rabbit because it looks like it's not clean. Here's another seedling from the same cross, and it's growing well. It may or may not bloom this year. This is definitely a rootstock rose. I would say that's probably Dr. Huey. Oh, or I'm sorry, not Dr. Huey. Dr. Huey. Sorry, I call it Dr. Huey. But now that I said that, it might be Rosa multiflora. That's going to come out. This is another seedling from the same Charles DeMille's Abraham Darby cross. So for the seedlings, I think that's it. This is Dr. Huey, intentionally planted by me. This is Scarborough Fair, David Austin rose. This is that garden that I just walked through after the Monsieur Tillier Safrano from, I don't know, 20-30 feet away. So that's what it looks like before bloom. This was sold as the double chestnut rose. I just planted it last year in 2024. I don't know if it is or not, just like the single chestnut rose. I will have to see if it flowers, and if it flowers and is labeled correctly, then great. If not, they're very clearly a chestnut rose of some sort, some Rosa Roxburghii of some sort, but we'll wait and see. And I forgot this other rose. I did break down and I went ahead and got Evelyn again, which I just planted at the same time as teasing Georgia like last week. It's starting to grow, but not a whole lot. We will see how that goes. This is Above and Beyond. It's got some flower buds. Let's see if I can find one. I saw one out there. Oh, there's one right here. So that's gonna start blooming here pretty soon. I'm 10 feet away from the fence, and it's almost right up against the fence all the way out to me. So, and it's about almost 6 feet tall. It might be 6 feet tall. So, just a size letting you know. So it goes to right about here and comes up and over. That's probably 6 feet wide. This rose here is Heritage, David Austin rose. This is the Charles DeMille's rose. That's leafing out. I don't see buds on that. This is, oh, I guess technically this is still somewhat alive. This is, there's a cane there, or growth bud there. Tottering gently by, or tottering by gently, or whatever it's called. It's a yellow single David Austin rose. This rose here is Lady of Shalott, another David Austin rose. This rose here is William Morris, which is a seedling of Abraham Darby. Which that's Abraham Darby that I was just showing you. Here's another, the Squire. This rose here is the Countryman. Let's see if I can step back down the hill and look at it. So that bush here is the Countryman, another David Austin rose that came from 1979. Ow. This is Fair Bianca, another David Austin rose. Oh, looks like it's got a rosebud there and there. I don't know what rose this is. It's like this funky weird yellow that quickly fades to funky weird white. It might be a David Austin rose, I don't know. Because the reason I say that is because where I got it from, I got it, like, it was from someone's yard they dug up, and they had a lot of David Austin roses. So that's why I'm just saying it might be a David Austin rose. This rose here is Iceberg, a white floribunda rose. This rose here is Cymbeline, a David Austin rose. Give me 1 second, I just gotta walk around it. Let's see if there's any rosebuds there. Yeah, it looks like there's a rosebud. Oop. That's not focusing. There's a rosebud in there. It's a light pink rose that wants to sprawl, wants to be a climber if you tie it up, I think. This rose bush here is, I believe, Christopher Marlowe. This rose bush I just got, I think last week, and that is Teasing Georgia, a yellow David Austin rose. That does want to be a climber. And I'll probably tie it to this fence that's right behind it. This is my fingers. Sorry about that. This is Blue for You. If you haven't seen Blue for You, it opens a pink. It's a nice pink, but it fades to a dusky mauve, dusky blue-gray. Flowers in clusters usually. Here is a rosebud. This rose here was sold to me as the single chestnut rose. Rosa Roxburghii Normalis. Not Normalis. No, is it Normalis? If it's not Normalis, I'll put it in the description. Because Rosa Roxburghii is the double form, which I just have down the hill, or at least that's what it was sold to me. I'm just doing a quick check to see if there's any flower. Oh, no, that's a leaf. Haven't seen any leaves or flower buds yet. It's still early spring. We'll see what happens. This rose here is Eustacia Vi, a David Austin rose. I apologize for the dog barking in the back. This is another Eustacia Vi. This is my pink rose number 2, unknown pink rose number 2. It's 4.5 feet tall, but it's only 1.5 feet wide, maybe 2 feet wide. So not a real big spreader. This rose is it's a white English, or very light. It fades to white. What is that? Desdemona, or David Austin rose, whichever you want to call it. This is another David Austin rose or English rose. Bathsheba. This rose, ooh. So this rose here is Westerland. This rose here, I think is, oh, maybe that's Westerland too. It's tied in there. Let's see if I can get them separate. So this rose here is Belinda's Dream, the one with the thorny red growth, which is not Rose Rosette. That's going to turn green and be healthy. Is Westerland. I mean, you can see it's turning. It starts out red growth, and goes to green. That is a sign that it's that is one of the indicators that that's healthy growth. Rose Rosette often will be quite a bit brighter red, and it will not go green. I have Scarborough Fair down in there, which I need to move out. But that's how the roses are doing, at least at this point in April. I do have other rose bushes at work that will be planted in my garden later this year. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.